by Krishna. So Krishna made it very clear that avajananti mamudha, that there are class of people who are fools who deride me, O Arjuna. Then Arjuna, it's almost like Arjuna has a question, saying, oh, then what happens to them? And anticipating this question, Krishna is speaking the shloka, that is shloka number 12. Moghasha mogha karmano mogha jnana vichetasaha rakshasim asurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shritaha. So here it's very nicely given. Those people, whom are we talking about? We're talking about avajananti mamudha, that category. The people who deride Krishna. Such people, prakritim mohinim shritaha, bewildered, and such people who are bewildered are attracted by rakshasim asurim cha eva. They're attracted by demoniac and atheistic views. And in such condition, in such deluded condition, what happens? Mogha asha, they are baffled in their hopes for liberation. Mogha karmanaha, they are baffled in the fruitive activities. Mogha jnana, they are baffled in the pursuit of getting knowledge or acquiring knowledge. So in this way, we understand that all of them are baffled and bewildered and defeated. So basically, Krishna is saying such category of people will achieve no success. This is the essence of this particular shloka. The ones who deride me will achieve no success. Be it Ashtanga Yogi, be it Jnana Yogi, be it Karma Yogi, or be it anyone for that matter. So here it is said, let's discuss all the three categories now. We'll discuss Mogha Asha first. Mogha Asha basically stands for people who are now, such people, they'll be baffled in their hopes for getting liberation. So Ashtanga Yogis come in this category, and also devotees also come in this category. So here it is said that there are many devotees who assume themselves to be in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, but at heart do not accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna as the absolute truth. For them, the fruit of devotional service going back to Godhead will never be tasted. So very, very important point. Externally, we might have dressed like a Vaishnava as a devotee, putting tilak, kanthi mala, dhoti, kurta, sari or whatever. But internally, from the heart, if we don't accept Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we doubt on Krishna's position, what will happen? That person will fail utterly. Obviously, there will be some merit that the person will get because he's doing some devotional activity on the mechanical platform. But since internally he is not having the firm conviction about Lord's position, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he cannot attain the ultimate perfection, that is going back home back to Godhead, attaining Krishna this very lifetime. Very, very difficult for such a person. So this point is very important to understand, that we devotees should have complete conviction that yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and He is the cause of all causes. If we don't have this conviction, we should read Shastra, we should try to understand. We should associate with those devotees who have firm faith in Krishna's position and try to learn from them. Like this, by the association, our ignorance will be removed. And by our practice of sadhana bhakti, chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, hearing, so all this that we are doing, all this will actually help. And we should offer intense prayers to Krishna. Suppose we don't have intense faith in Krishna, we should offer intense prayers to Krishna, saying, look at me, I am that avajananti mamudha. Please help me, O Lord. I don't have complete faith. Please help me so that I can get complete faith, because I want to go back home back to God and I want to come to you. I want to attain you this very lifetime. So we have to be very intense in our prayers if our condition is this, which is very, very critical. That is Mogha Asha. Baffled in the hopes for getting liberation or going back home back to Godhead. Second category is Mogha Karmanaha. So that is those people who are engaged, basically the Karma Yogis or Karma Kandis, who are engaged in fruitive activities, fruitive pious activities. And there's another category of people who are Moga Jnana. So Moga Jnana, they are the ones who are interested in what? Interested in getting knowledge of the Absolute and attaining Brahman. So here it is said that those who are engaged in fruitive pious activities and who are ultimately hoping to be liberated from this material entanglement will never be successful either, because they deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. This is the problem. Since they deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, all their activities that they're doing, maybe it might be from scriptures, whatever they're doing, but still they'll not get the result of the same. Persons who mock Krishna are to be understood to be demoniac or atheistic. So that's very clear. Who follows Krishna? Who follows Krishna's instruction? Who surrender unto Krishna? Pious people. The ones who are godly. And the ones who reject Krishna or go against Krishna, who are they? They are in the category of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Kans and all that. That is demoniac and atheistic ones. Here it is said about the third category of people, that is Moga Jnana. So there are people, who are very much interested or who keep thinking that as of now, my human body is there under the clutches of this material nature. But as soon as I get liberated, what will happen? I'll become one with the Lord. Basically, they want to attain Brahman. They want to merge in Brahman. Now, such people who are there, even their hopes are baffled very, very nicely. So it is said, this attempt to become one with Krishna will be baffled because of delusion. For such persons, cultivation of knowledge in Vedic literature like Vedanta Sutra and Upanishads is always baffled. So one thing we have to understand is, it's a great offense to consider Krishna to be an ordinary mortal being. Why? Because that is not the fact. Krishna is having Satchidananda Vigraha Swarupa. Then how can we pull him down to this material world on the platform of matter and say that he has got a mortal body? So that's an offense. And why people do this? Why people pull Krishna's position down? Here is the answer. People jeer at Krishna because they are envious of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Their destiny is certainly to take birth after birth in a species of atheistic and demoniac life. Perpetually their real knowledge will remain under delusion, and gradually they will regress to the darkest region of creation. Very, very heavy statement. Because they are envious of Krishna, so they are not able to accept Krishna's position. Because they are envious of Krishna, all the problem is coming. And since they are envious of Krishna, what will happen? All the time they will keep going away from Krishna. And what do we mean by going away from Krishna? Going away from Krishna means going to the darkest region of hellish planets. So in this way, Krishna has made it very clear that those people who deride me, they are going to get destroyed. They will be unsuccessful in all their attempts, be it getting liberation, be it some fruitive activities, or be it cultivation of knowledge to attain Brahman. They will be baffled in all their attempts. Now Arjuna might have a question, okay, this is pretty heavy. What about those people who have faith in you, who don't deride you? What about them? So anticipating this question, Krishna is going to speak the next sloka. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.